So we're building an emergency heating area, a heat exchanger here near the orphans in Cernikova. And it's because these two orphanages finished. I'm going to pause it. These two orphanages finished, and it's winter now, basically. Let's bring the UI back. It's basically winter now. The snow is starting, and the temperature is too low for these kids. And it's causing some problems. So I wasn't able to get it done in time. I laid this in, like, I don't know. I've been trying to, like, do the little things, right? The, like, busy work stuff. And I noticed this, and I kind of wanted this to be done before starting the video so that I could just say, hey, look, this is done. But I feel like, you know what? I'm going to bring you guys back in. I've been gone a while. Okay, so anyway, we're trying. It's not going to work. We have this big pipe. It's still not done, unfortunately. These kids need to move. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to take the employee count to 0 here. And I have no idea if this is going to kick the kids out or not. Oh, it does kick the kids out. Okay, hang on. We're going to go 1. Wait, hold on a minute. I need to do this first, I guess. So do 40. So here's all the kids in the care, okay? What we want to do is take the kids that are in these 2 orphanages, and we're going to just spread them out through the other ones that have heat so that they don't die, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to click once on all of these to get them all out of here, and that'll be good-ish. There's another one over here, and that's got heat right there and there. Okay, that's pretty much all of them. I guess we'll just click a couple times here. Get them out of here, and then go down to 0. All right. Next, we want to do the same thing with these ones. We're going to take them out of here. So we have 1, 2. We're going to come all the way down, hit 3, and then I'm going to go boom, 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 and then boom, 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 boom. All right, we're just going to kind of get them out of here and then go 0. Now that they're all transferred and out of here, I shouldn't have to worry about them dying. At least I'm hoping that's the case, because without any tutors, kids shouldn't come here, right? And the other orphanages are not super full. Like, we're okay here. We have capacity for them to transfer, so that's pretty nice. We're finally at the point where we have enough orphanages to handle it, I think. This is being helped by the fact that we have university-educated people now, or at least a good number of them, so that they can work these places. This one's a little bit light, right? So that one might become a problem soon, but I think we're getting there, right? I think we're almost there. Let's transfer some of these kids over to this one, just to kind of, this one has a little more capacity. All right, anyway. So because we're kind of getting there, I went ahead and paused this orphanage. I don't want this one to build yet. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've also paused the prison, of course. All the resources have been delivered here. It's just about workers now. There's probably a pretty good chance that we'll need this in the future as we, grow our empire and stuff. We'll probably need a 3rd prison, but we don't need it yet. We don't need it now. So we're going to wait on that because, I mean, yeah, okay, 152 is a lot and 153 is a lot, but I don't think we're going to need that yet. So I'm just going to hold off on that and try my best on that. We'll see. Maybe it's a bad decision. Take a look under, right? This pipe, not done yet. Well, I got the first segment done. Okay. So we're working on that. When this is done and we start getting heat here, then I'll go ahead and turn these back on. In the meantime, let's talk about some other things. My solution for this area might look a little weird, but cars come in through here, they take a left, and then they get into here. And then from this point, they either choose to go straight, and then that means they're going left here, or they choose to wrap around and hook up to the other bypass lane that's here to get around this intersection. So this intersection is a lot less busy now. There's a lot less waiting around. We've, of course, got this road here that is done all the way out from there, so people can drive that way. But most of these guys, when they drive over to Cernikova to work, they're taking this highway, right? So these cars, right, they're driving all the way out here, and they're using that highway that we built to get out there where they need to be. And as we make more places over here to live and work, we'll have more cars using the highway too. And then this whole place starts getting really busy because we're also, they'll probably travel that way to work as well. So this highway is going to get used, right? I did say it. That's why I built it that way. There's another thing I'd like to look at, and this is somebody else's recommendation or somebody else's idea, which I think is a pretty good idea, actually. They were talking about how we could have oil purchased from, like, with the train. And We totally could. As soon as this pipe is done and this tank is done, this entire setup is ready to receive oil, right? And, you know, we were going to deliver oil in here with a train anyway. So instead of that, we could go and instead of going to the border and buying it with trucks, which is what we're doing now, if I take a look at my distribution offices here, they have the custom house added as a fuel source. And so, excuse me, so they're going to be able to buy fuel that way, right? And so as these things complete, as soon as they do, I can alter this train to where it's responsible for just bringing oil in, and that's cheaper than, you know, ordering the fuel. So we'll probably get into that soon. Taking a look over in Zernovsky, we have most things completed here. There's still some power issues here. We still need to get those done. We got some dump trucks coming in through there. Oh, speaking of dump trucks, I know I'm like a bird or a squirrel. A squirrel is a better one here, isn't it? A couple of things. I want to go over towards where the gravel is, right over here. So, first thing is we're running low on gravel, as you know, and that's not really because of the quarried stone. It's because our dump trucks are currently bringing it into to this gravel processing center, right? And if you've played the game since the update, then all of yours are more like this. Since this one was built before the update, it had to be delivered with trucks. Now it can get delivered with a conveyor. And so we're rebuilding this area over here. But I do want to have proper roads here, I think, in order to get this built. So we're going to go with a gravel road right. You know what? Honestly, let's just do dirt so we can get it built. And then after we have good gravel, then we can just, you know, make the road gravel from there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then I want this stuff to get built as well. So we'll get all these things built. And let's go ahead and have labor. Make sure labor's on that. Yep. And then, you know what? I'm going to actually get... let's allow the helicopters to get involved in these two things. At least this. We'll allow the helicopters to get into this. Let everyone else take care of that little thing. It's fine. And that way we can maybe hopefully start processing quicker here. We also have this gravel quarry here, which I don't know if I selected. Looks like I did. Yeah. Let the helicopters deal with that too. All right. So as we get gravel though, and gravel and asphalt, all the dump trucks have been coming from these construction offices way over here. And we're adding more construction offices and stuff. And that leads to a lot more trucks using this road than needs to. And so what I think I want to do is I'm going to move like 12 of the dump trucks that are over in this area. We're going to move 12 of them over to a new construction office, which will be located right here. And I'm pretty sure it'll fit because I've spaced it out already. I just need to hit a button right about like... Actually, I don't need to hit a button. We'll do that. So right about there, we're going to go ahead and get that done. Let's get road crews on that as well. And then helicopters. Could you kindly help me build that building? Okay, so with that done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the dump trucks that are in these construction offices. I think there's like a total of... I want to say there's like maybe 18 or 20 dump trucks total between these two buildings. This one's got a lot, right? We're going to take these out of these buildings, bring them over here, and then this is going to get added to like all the construction groups so that the gravel and asphalt both are just much more efficiently brought here, right? They leave from here, they're immediately in the spot, they grab what they need and they go. And they come back down this road, which is a lot less busy than the other roads, right? And they'll come back down this way and they'll make their way over here to come back into the office. We're gonna see if that works a little bit better. Let's go in and check on the hill here really quick. So looks like we've got the heat exchanger done, but I doubt the piping is done for that. No, because I haven't even drawn it up yet. Because I need the other place done. This one here is what we're gonna run from. So we're gonna put the piping on this one. Let's say underground, big thick pipe, right? And we're gonna bring it over to that hill. Start on the back side of this one here is fine. And we're gonna want to go, I guess, under like this, just to keep it away from the underground we're gonna have there. There we go. And then we'll bring this from there, bring it up, and connect it on this. Let's maybe bring it. I need a different angle here, I guess. It's this power cable right here is in my way. All right. Well, we can. There is a spot here where it would let me do it. So let's try to just do that, I guess. And then we'll bring it over from there. All right, it's a little bit different, but at least it doesn't need a pump. It's close enough to where there's no pump needed. So we should get adequate heating pretty well. And we'll make sure that this is a task for them to do as well. Okay, I've got the unfinished heating pipe pinned over here so I can see what's going on with it. There's 63 days left labor on that. So I think when this thing goes away, we'll basically say that's when we have the heating pipe done here. Okay, so the missing fuel resource, right? We want to have this pipe and the tank, I think, made as high priorities. So they are currently right now high priority. There's excavators on the site. We just want to get these things done as fast as we can, and then we can start having this train run for oil for us, because there's actually currently nothing on this train. And I think what I'll do, I should just leave it here. Yeah, you know, it doesn't need to go to the station or anything. I was going to send it back to the station, but I could just modify its route later. It's fine. We're at 10.1 million. 60 work days left. How come this isn't progressing faster? What's going on here? Let's go, guys. What are we doing? Cernikova, labor. Just give me work days here. Come on now. Helicopters want to get on? I don't care. Just somebody come over here and do this. I gotta make sure that the orphanages aren't overflowing, and this is one way to do it. How's this one? It's not bad, actually. We're doing okay. We're not doing really well on the loyalty part, right? The loyalty part's still a problem, but I think we're getting there. And yeah, we're able to reinstill no criminality here, and a low criminality plus a little bit for government loyalty there too. So I think we're gonna make this happen. I did say between the years of 95 and 96, I think is what I said. My goal was to get it done by 96, 95, somewhere in that area. I forget what the goal was, but I think that is when we will have our crime situation solved. So we're pretty much at that point. We have 313 prisoners. That's a lot. 4% unemployment rate, including 96 prisoners not working, supposedly. Only 10% of my population is addicted to alcohol, right? And that's looking pretty good. And then if I take a look over here, 63% on government loyalty. So that's not bad. Crime is currently affecting the happiness of over 2,400 people. So it's still, looking at that, it just jumped up to 4,600 too. I have no idea how that thing is calculated. Lots of crime, basically, affecting people, I guess. Taking a look at the police stations, though. They only have one crime. That one doesn't have anything to investigate. This one's actually... Hey, wait a minute. This might be the start. Oh, we might have it. Got to look at things a little bit more. But we might have it. This police station's got a couple, but they're going to solve it. How's my courthouses? Not too shabby. Okay. We're getting it, guys. Look, this one doesn't have any cases at all. The sewage tank's overflowing, though. That's why. Sewage tank overflow should be just like turning this building on. If I can get the chemicals brought here, I can just turn this building on, and then we won't have that problem anymore. And then I can get this sewage tank, which is already full too. We can get this one to be, I'm going to go medium here because I can. And we're going to bring this down and pop it into this switch. I think that's a good one. And then we'll pop that one into that. Let's go ahead and get that built as well. We'll get construction crews on these things as well, because that needs to happen so we can start emptying out that stuff. We got all this stuff here left to do as well, so probably having sewage trucks do this stuff right now, it's no bueno. We have a couple of people living in here. Yeah, a bunch of people living in here still, so it's progressing. It's coming along. It's just not... Oh, that's done. That's gone. So that means that there's heat here. Yes, there is, which means we can turn this on. So let's allow 40 workers in that building, and we'll see if that gets full. And if it does, then we'll turn the other one on. If it doesn't, then we won't turn the other one on. That's how that's gonna work. So let the time speed up a little bit. There goes the tutors, and we can start looking at other orphanages to see if they're overflowing. So like this one here, we could maybe take a few out of here. We can maybe bring them over to this side. Let's go like that. Okay, bring this one here. It's got 83. It's not that crowded, but I could have a better balance. So bring over a couple from that one. Let's come over to, and then they usually, balance themselves out too. So like the orphans will go to whatever orphanage has the least number of kids. They typically, new orphans will go to those. But I do want to like temporarily move them over. And you know what? We can go ahead and let workers be here too. It's fine. So we'll have them going through there. So I can see that there are 31. So we're able to teach these kids really well here. It looks like, yep, that's going to work out really well. I probably want to, I've already balanced those. Yep. Okay. What else we got here? We got these ones here. 93 is okay. 98 is okay. 106, maybe we can take a few of these and pop them in here as well. What about the one that's over, these ones over here? What are these ones at? 101, 104, and 61. Okay, so how about we grab like 10 from each of these and bring them over here. So we'll say one like that, and then you like that. Okay, so just kind of spread them out a little bit. I mean, again, over time this will take care of itself, but I kind of want this to be like an instant work for me now thing. And looks like most of the loyalty here, this is good actually. We can bring the loyalty up to maybe like a 63% requirement there, and maybe a 63% requirement here. 62%, that's fine. And then we'll move some of these kids over here. So now we are kind of spreading them out just a little bit. And yep, we're gonna see, I think, some really solid results out of the orphan situation here. And with the orphan situation taken care of, plus the police stations in this area not having a lot of cases to solve, like they're just not, they don't have an overwhelming number of cases to solve anymore. With those two things being reality, I would say we've solved the crime issue. Not sure. Yeah, I'm thinking we did. I'm thinking we solved the crime issue. The courthouses aren't overloaded anymore. Aside from the sewage thing, which is going to have to be worked on. But other than that, I think we're solid on the crime. It's just going to take a little bit more time to see it truly reflected by having less people in the prison, because right now it's 164 and 153. But I think with, down the chain here, having this solved is going to lead to less prisoners overall. And that will lead to better recovery in the prisons, which ultimately leads to, I need to do something about the alcohol. Preference for alcohol. Let's hit this again. I don't want any alcoholism here. We're going to try that. I mean, we need more people over here anyway, right? But this heater's nice because now we can add additional housing and stuff over here. Like another little neighborhood over here. And I kind of like the idea. So maybe we'll take a look at residential areas. Where would they go for food? Right, we have a shopping center here. And if I want to have, we're not doing high rises in Cernakova. This is all staying, I mean, I guess if you can count these as high rises, then okay. But we're not doing, like, I think this is the tallest building in Cernakova, right? Like, this is as high as I want to go, aside from the university, right? I guess if you're going to count the heating stack, but that's not it. So this prefab 20 looks pretty good. Why don't we go to high or large residential buildings, but we'll do ones that are like really wide. So we'll say, geez, the quality isn't quite there. How about yeah, the ones that don't go up very high, they tend to be not very good. How about this one? 90%? Yeah, these are okay. I like this. We could say 90%. And if we were to put this over here, the real question I have with it is, can we bring this road across? So I've got this walking path right here, and I don't think it's gonna let me do this. And I really want it to, man. I want that to happen. It's not gonna let me. And I mean, I could get rid of the train tracks, and then it totally would let me, because you can't go through the tracks without being from a long distance. If I wanted to put this across, I would have to tear this road out and then do it long distance, and that's just not happening. I mean, I could do the bridge thing. I just didn't want to, or a tunnel. If I did the tunnel, no, I don't like that either. If I can make the walking path come in through here. You know what? Well, if I did this and make this walking path come in from this side like that, does that give me access to the store? Or no? No. It would have to be... I can get rid of this right now, I think. No, that's for a... There's a thing there. I have to make sure I can do that. The access to the store is here, and then on this side, and then this one. So I need to access this one anyway. So maybe it needs to come from that side instead. Let's cancel the plans for the walking paths. If I go from here, let's get rid of this dirt one. All right. Now if I bring it from here, right alongside the track like that. Okay. And then if I bring it from there to... Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's doable. We put a pedestrian underpass right here, right? And then we underpass, I guess it's gonna have to be around the already rail tunnel, but if we underpass to here, I think they can reach it, but I don't know that. I have to look and see. So let's hypothetically, if I go here with this, let's say here with this, okay? And then I do the pedestrian tunnel from here over to here, and I am not gonna be allowed to do that. Why? So stupid. It's underground. Like, why do you care about this rail? It's underground, damn ya. Fine. Do the tunnel over here, I guess. Closer to the, or farther away from the rail, just so I have that extra space to cross it. No? Still not happy with that, huh? You're still gonna block me on that rail, even though that rail is... Well, okay, maybe the rail isn't... Okay, this is going uphill. That's probably why. Right, maybe that's not so stupid after all. Maybe I go... Yeah, maybe I have to just go lower. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense, actually. I didn't realize that was so, like, a different elevation. That's a really big difference. I didn't realize that. So if I was to come down low, maybe go like this, and then over and connect like that, right? That should be allowed. And then let's say I place a building over here. Let's lay on one of these brick buildings. Who cares where it is? Just as long as I can see whether or not it actually works. I'll just place it here for now. And then if I place this concrete walking path there, can you reach the store? You can. It's 409 meters. So there's not a whole lot of give there. So I want the really populated houses to be really close to this. I guess that's how we're going to play this. Let's get rid of that. Bring this over. I need to tear this down. We can make this flat. And I think I want to make it flat from... Let's make it flat from here. Just bring this down a little bit. All right. Try to flatten this out. I got to expand this area. And I can put like other types of, you know, fun stuff here, but I really didn't want to change how, like, where all my stuff's coming from. Like, I don't want to change where the store and stuff is. And then, do I want this to be a really sharp hill? I could probably, I think I'll probably kind of even that out just a little bit more. Make that a bit more gradual. Yeah, let's do this terrain smoothing like this. I'll just make this a bit less absurd. There we go. Just a bit less absurd. There we go. Bring that part up. Okay. That looks like it's probably fine. We'll raise the terrain a little bit. Say from here. There we go. Just a little bit there, and then smooth it out again. Okay. That's a little bit better. I think we can play with that. So what I want to do then is we're going to have our medium residentials. We're going to put this right along the track. As much as they love this, the trains will love this. And I don't know if I don't think I need any more train tracks here. So this will be okay. We'll place one. Let's do this as 2 rows. We'll go 1, and then we'll do another one right next to it, like this. Yep, like there. This gives us heat, right? Yep, heat access as well as power. Just don't have the water yet, which is a pretty easy thing to route here. The sewage might be a little bit more challenging because there's not a whole lot of places to tap into it. So we might need to take a look at that, but I need more people in this area. So we'll put this, I guess here we'll take the football field, put like between this. So how about we go maybe like this. Let's see how the walking paths will handle this. If I go from here over like that, right? We would want this to be starting here anyway, wouldn't we? So maybe we'll just bring this straight across. It's fine. Like that. And then this is all going to access like that anyway. All right. Very good. We want to access it here too. Yep. All right. So we have a little football field there. Let's go in and maybe put like, how about like a little kindergarten? Doesn't have to be very big. Just a little one here. Something like that should be good. And then we'll put like a little statue. Let's say the Lenin Concrete Monument. That's fine. Place this over here. Maybe have it face. We'll have it face this way, I guess. Okay. And then that's connected. We'll have a walking path that comes straight through here. No. Let's actually have that come through here instead. And then we'll move this ever so slightly to get that to be lined up with where we want this. So we'll have this come down that way. All right. And then we'll have the other walking path come right through here like that. And then it's going to wrap around like that. And then this is going to go to the underground pass. So this is going to go right over here. Assuming, a big assumption at the moment, but assuming this will let me dip it low. Yep, there we go. Now I can make this a little bit shorter by going like that right before the train goes underneath. That's good. I like it. And this is just a little bit shorter than it would have been otherwise. You need to come down lower than that, really? No, you're just being difficult now. 1, 2. Come down to... Okay, maybe you are going to be difficult with me here. 3, I guess? Damn, I didn't realize I needed to do that, but all right. And then from there, come up like that. All right. Let's mark that in. And then we want the same houses to kind of come around. So we'll have a house coming right here. We'll say right like that is fine. Okay, and then another one's going to be over here, right alongside this walking path. Now we'll go a little bit over. I want to line it up with the other house. Right about, let's actually do a flip. We'll do make sure that the houses have the same design, kind of a mirror image. And we'll say maybe right here, and then right here should be good. It doesn't fully line up. I think I need to move this back just a tad. It's not lining up. And tee that up. Yep, right here. We'll go like that and like that. Okay. And then we'll get our walking paths back in. Connect it as close to the walking path as we can. As close to this tunnel as we can. Yep, this will work out okay. For the kindergarten, we don't need anything huge on the paths. We can have this be these general footpaths like this. Maybe we'll do the gravel ones here. It's fine. This one here could even be dirt. I don't care. And we'll go ahead and submit that. Okay. With that done, you need to connect. We're going to have you connect here instead. Because these ones can totally reach, but I need to make sure that these ones can. And I guess I could probably just do this. Let's just make sure they both can reach. I don't care. All right, so you're going to wrap around and go like that. And then you're going to connect on both sides. I guess we'll connect you here and here. That's fine. And you're not crossing the tracks, but this one could end up going this way for additional facilities that are over here. And we can have some deliveries and stuff over here later. But this gives me an extra 500 workers on this side, and I think that's okay. in this little area, we wanted to have our football field, right? So we're looking for sports. Our football field can go in right like that with some dirt paths. Yeah, whatever. Give them some of these. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So there we go. There's that. Now, how do we get over there to it, right? We have to be able to get there to build it. So we're going to take a dirt path really quick. We need roads anyway, don't we? Yeah, we need a road. This road goes through. So I'll probably pave this road. And then let's have this road come across like this. Let's see if this is a good idea. We'll have this road come down like so. We're going to want to level this if possible. No, it doesn't let me. That's fine. We're going to have you come right behind this house. Right behind this residential area here. I'm trying to adjust the curve to make this make sense. There we go. That's good enough, right? Right behind this is where I want you. That's not quite smooth. We'll just make this really smooth here. Go like this, and then go like that. And then this road will connect on that side. All right, now over here is where we can have additional facilities. We can have truck deliveries, that kind of thing. They can all come in from these different sides. At the moment, truck deliveries have to come from the highway here and cross over to get into here, or it needs to come from this side, which is perfectly fine. We have all of our logistics and stuff, all of our distributions and stuff is located right here anyway. So this will all just work out really well. And then once these sidewalks are built, all these guys should be able to access. Well, it's not saying that these guys can. That's concerning. That's concerning. I might need to go with the lights. I might actually need to go with the lights there. Tell you what, we only need to serve about 300 customers, right? Like at a time. So why don't we just add like a small grocery store, 100 customers at a time. We have 300 total customers that we have to serve. If we add a little grocery store here, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. It could be on this side, and we could put this little storage right here. I don't think that's gonna be the end of the world. I think we could do that right there, and then we'll just have the warehouse for that be located behind it. Right? We could maybe do something like, well, man, I wanted something else to be right there, so I don't really like this anymore. I don't like this anymore. I mean, I was really hoping all these houses would match. Hey, you know what? Here, we could try this. How about we, can we slide? Oh, I think we can slide this whole thing over and make it line up here. Maybe we go diagonal with this neighborhood instead. The important thing was that all 5 of these places could reach that store so that I wouldn't need a grocery store here. That was the whole point. Because there's more capacity available here. There's tons of capacity to store. To serve more people. You know what? I'm gonna try that. We're gonna try to go diagonal here and see if I can't get these houses to kind of line up right here instead, and then we can kind of expand it in a slightly different angle. Let me rearrange this. I'll be right back. All right, so what we've got going on now is just a slight change of plans in terms of like I guess the methodology or the design or whatever you want to call it. Like I just have a slight change to how everything is going to be organized here. And we have 4 places now instead of 5, but I'm hoping to get a 5th one in here right now. And to do that, I'm going to go back to back on this side and going to go right like that. And we're going to see whether or not, actually let's go, yeah, a little bit like this. Let's see whether or not this arrangement's going to work or not. It's right about there. All right, so we've got 5 houses here, and I'm going to bring this down this way, all the way to the road is fine. And then you're going to cut that way as sharp as you can. You two, here we go, are going to get connected like that. And then what I'm hoping to see is walking path to the store. Not quite. Now, I think this one here will go. This one here makes it at 413. So this might just be as simple as make it the ones with, yeah, this one's 431. So as long as this one can go at 431, this one's at 413. So this one, for some reason, is just a hair past that. So if I went with street lights, I think probably on this spot here, all the way out to here, if I remade these with the lights, I think all of these houses could work. So at the moment, we're going to go ahead and submit that. And we need to get the walking paths kind of all the way around too. So we're going to get them to go all the way over here too. Well, let's just connect that up. And then from here, we want to connect, let's say from here, we're going to go, let's say like that. And then over like, well, I certainly wanted it to be straight, but maybe I won't be able to get that straight. We'll go there. There we go. And then like this, move that away. There we go. So that you can go that way, you can go that way, you can go that way. I don't really care which way you go. And then everything's connected here. Then in the center, we don't have as much room as we did before in the center. But I figured, you know, we could put a little kindergarten in here. And if we slap it in here just right, in a really tight gap area, we can get that to work. And then from there, we could put in a statue, but I think if the football field fits here, I'd rather do that. It will almost very close to fit, just not quite. The sidewalks are just a tad bit too close, but man, I feel like that could have been done, you know? It was so close. All right, we're gonna have to go something just a tiny bit smaller. So instead of 4 serving 32, we're gonna have 3 serving 21. Does that work? Oh, come on now. Don't do this to me. You can have it. You can have it all. Not gonna happen. Volleyball court it is then. So little volleyball court will be here. We'll put that right up next to the school. Right up next to the school. Like, I don't even need these other walking paths anyway. So we'll go right there with it. And then with that extra space, we can fit in the statue. At least I think I can. Yeah, right there. I can fit the statue in on that side or here. It doesn't really matter. We can maybe have this face the center. I just want it to be, yeah, this will be fine right here. All right, and then the walking paths for all this stuff, we just do the general gravel there. You're not gonna fit, are you? All right, hang on. Tell you what, let's reconnect that. We're gonna bring this straight down like this. And then you will connect. You are just gonna be a feisty one, aren't you? All right, you know what? Fine. Here, we'll just do this the good way. We'll connect that right there. Yep. Go ahead and mark that in, and then see if Lennon fits in here now. No, no fit, no fit. It's just too much, you know. All right, the volleyball court's gonna get connected on the sides then, and we'll just suck it up and say that doesn't happen. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that either, and then the statue will just connect. Yeah, that's where I wanted it, is centered. So I guess we're gonna have that now. Okay. So centered statue right there, and then we'll just have this be a little dirt path is fine. Right, like, come on now. You're not gonna do it, are you? You're gonna want to connect to that one. I want you to connect to the other path. That's fine, whatever. Okay, cool. So everything's built there. That gives us 5 houses. And then I think, you know, like the 4 of them is gonna be able to connect here directly. When we alter the walking paths, we'll be able to get the 5th. So we'll go ahead and just say, you know, cancel that one for now. I don't want that one to be built. I have diagonal roads running this direction. Okay, and so as we make more, then we're going to need another store. But I don't want to go heavy on the store. I want to go really light on the store. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to do stuff that I don't have to do, right? So let's take a gravel road, I think. And we will make gravel from here out to here. And you know what? Let's just do the roads before we do anything else. We'll say gravel all the way out there. Gravel can come. Let's wait on that because I might want to restructure this and not have the road diagonal after all. But this one's definitely an important road that's going to stay. So it's more permanent now than it was. And then this is winter time. We don't need to worry about these roads either. So we can have all the gravel roads we want running through here all the way out to at least this far, and then all the way up like that. We have gravel roads running all the way out there, and then we'll have this part be gravel too. All right, and that's already gravel. Okay, so lots of projects for my road crews, right? Lots of stuff for them to work on. I keep getting all these traffic jam warnings because all these vehicles that I want to get repaired They keep tying up the traffic. This is completed, and we're going to say that this is an oil tank, right? And the pipe into it is also done. So what we want to do with this train is we're going to go ahead and tell this thing to load oil. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the stop here. We're going to have you load oil. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do after you load oil is you're going to come over to here and you're going to unload the oil. All right, and wait till unloaded, which is going to happen very easily. All right, that's the new route you're going to do. Isn't it exciting? Oh boy, you can just go ahead and do that now. Now this train is put to work actually doing something for us, and we need to see its route. So it's going to come in from this side. It was never designed to do this route here, so I have to bear with me on this because I might need to alter the track a little bit. It's going to end up being on the right side here, and when it goes that way, which is what it was doing earlier, mind you, so the signals, I believe all it's going to take is a signal change, and it could then cross. No, it's no longer able to do that. I got rid of the crossings, so it's going to come in from this side. And then it's going to say, hey, I want to go back to the border, and it's going to have to go all the way around to do that, which is no good. So I think we might want a cross right here, which is like, I don't want to do this. And I feel like I probably don't even have the ability to do this. Well, it does allow it. So if I was to do something like this, it does technically work. It's just kind of messy, but it is possible at least. So how about we go like that with just a regular old wooden track for now. I don't know about this. This is kind of a weird thing I didn't plan on doing before. I don't know if there's a reason to go anywhere else. Otherwise, it's going to have to continue this way and then cross underneath in here and then go all the way up to the border like that because I got rid of the crossing over there. Which is fine. I would rather this happen in the intersection, right, than anything else, because then it's like I don't have to add anything to the signals. Everything is just good the way it is. All I have to do then is flip this to be like that, and we're good, right? So I think that's how we'll do this. So we're gonna go like that, and of course we need to get the track builders out to do that, which should be leaving right now. That's within their purview, isn't it? Yeah, that's within your range. We're not doing any electrification. I haven't been doing that, so I need to get back on that, but my worker shortage made me not want to do it anymore because it's just so slow. So I need to address the worker shortage too. We got a gas station going in over here, by the way. I don't know if I showed that. I got rid of the temporary station that was right here, the little free one, and I'm gonna build a proper one out that way to give extra gas to whoever wants it over on that side. So this should be a pretty straightforward track to build. Shouldn't take hardly any effort at all from the track builders. And hopefully they get on this after the oil train gets back, because we just bought a bunch of oil. So there's my oil train. Man, it cost me $500,000 for that. Oh, we are not going to want to do this for very long. I mean, it's certainly better than, I guess it's better than, the thing is, we're not short on oil right now, right? We're short on workers. It's all about the workers. So I think buying the oil doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. This traffic jam is absolutely not caused by... No, this traffic jam is definitely not caused by the trucks and stuff wanting to get scrapped. I don't think anyway. Maybe it is. Maybe there's a truck over here that slowed it down and now they're all just right next to each other because... Yeah, I think this is what this is going to do. We're going to add a stop. I'm going to actually have you just go back to the station after this. I don't want you doing this anymore. One is enough, all right? Just one time. But it's proof of concept in that it is able to unload it. And so we should be seeing the oil flowing through here, right? And so that means we are filling this up really fast. So there we go. All right, so if we do need more, then fine. But at the moment, we're only buying fuel because we can't make it fast enough. And so I definitely want more workers to work there, which is why I'm building extra housing so that I can get more people to do that. And it would be really nice. I'm just saying, it would be really nice if we had a train station by this. My biggest regret in this whole build is that I didn't put a train station near the fuel. If I had to go back and do it over again, I would have planned for a fuel station, a train station to be here. Now, there was an idea, and I'm going to use this idea over there instead because it's so expensive. But there was at one point an idea of having a metro line underground between these two cities and allowing them to stop in the scrapping area. But then I could have also made another station and had them stop in here. That was at one point an idea in my head, but I opted against it because I had an existing rail network and I thought just using the existing rails is going to be better, at least short term. I was in a lot of debt when I was thinking about this, so it was like I wasn't sure if I could afford it. But over here, we're going to be using a metro line, and it's going to be underneath. It's going to be underground and overground as well. We're going to have, there's going to be obviously bridges and stuff and cross streets through here and lots of different places for people to go. But the metro line is going to run underneath this highway, and then it's going to pop itself up and say hi to let people off right over here in between these things. So if you were ever wondering why these were so far apart, it wasn't just because I wanted it to look far apart. I mean, I could have had this stuff crossing, with them closer together. I did this far apart so that we could go, where is it? Right above ground. I want an above ground station, this one, so that I could fit this right between them. Okay. So, and the really cool part about bringing it down underground like this and then having the raised metro line is that we'll be able to have bridges taking them over the highway when they get off the metro, and it'll end up being level with the ground. So the bridges we don't need the stairs, right? We just use the bridge part of it, and because we could just use the bridge part of it instead of the stairs, there will be no maintenance for that. So it's gonna be nice that way. But it's a work in progress, man, and we're just not right there yet. We need to be stable everywhere. All right, before we check in on Zernowski, like I said I would do before the end of this video, I wanted to touch base over here. We have the heating plant going in. It's nearly completed, so we'll be ready for this next winter. And then we've got the pipe that's going underneath all the way over there, so there's just progress happening there too. And then once we have heat in this area, I'm okay, I think, with just flipping on the switches here because they can walk to the store. The store is easily within walking range, and all those walking paths are done. So when these houses get up, I say we just let them live here, right? We're not doing that right now, but we're going to do that soon. I'm going to make it to where only people that at least have a basic education can move in here to start. And then we're just going to disallow anyone moving if they don't have any loyalty at all. But we're going to let them come in here just so they can get here. And then as soon as we have people up here, we're going to need to start working on the bus routes. And remember, we have 2 bus stops here. So we're going to have different routes going different places, and by separating them out with where they're coming and going, hopefully I don't have a huge buildup. All right. Okay, so Zernowski. Let's take a look at Zernowski and see how it's going. We have fairly heavy traffic, but I think it's getting worked out, right? We have custom timings on all the lights and stuff to try to tweak it to make it all good, right? So we have different cycles and stuff for the lights. And this cycle right here looks like we're letting... we have a long cycle from this direction to let that clear out. We have a long cycle from this direction to let that clear out. And then we do the left turn cycles. And it looks like we're going to need another left turn cycle from this side as well. So I think what we're going to do is let these 2 left turns... All right, here I'm going to change this a little bit because I do see it's kind of building up a little bit. Why don't we have 1 and 4 go? Okay. And then after that, we'll give... actually, it's already built in, so we'll just do that. We'll have 1 get a left turn cycle, just so to make sure 1 can clear out. We'll let 1 go for 10 seconds. Then, maybe we'll make it 12. That's fine. Then we'll let this one go. Actually, 10 should be fine. Then we'll let 4 go, which is the opposite direction. Make sure they can turn left. All right. And then after that, we'll add another cycle for 2 and 5 to go. And 2 and 5 are going to get their own, like, say, let's just call it 30 seconds. This might cause traffic to back up in certain directions, but we'll see. Then what we'll do is... It might be better to, I'm just thinking out loud, like it might be better to alternate them. So like let everyone go this direction, then everyone go this direction, and then right. But I'm thinking about like real life and how we have left turn signals in the United States. And the left turn is usually right alongside that same direction, although we have dedicated left turn lanes, so it works a lot freaking better here than it does in this game with no left turn lanes at all. So I'm thinking here with 30, and then after that we can let 5 go. Let's let 2 go first, because that's going to dip into that other one. We'll let 2 go first, and then 5. Okay, and they'll have a dedicated 10 seconds each on that cycle too. So we'll try that for the lighting here. The lights here are a little bit more complicated maybe, but it should work out. So right now we have a cycle that lets this direction go, left to right and right to left go. And that's letting all this stuff clear out. We also have people turning around here, and I probably shouldn't allow that. Maybe I should let them go that way. Could make this a one-way though. We'll see. Just let it play out. So now we have this way going. After they already did their left turn cycles, okay? So now we're getting the dedicated left turn cycles, making sure they clear out in each direction. And then these guys can go. They get their 30 seconds to really just clear it out, make sure everybody can go. And then the lights will start switching. Here we go. Now we have dedicated sequences for everybody who is maybe trying to turn left. There we go. Or turning around, I suppose, is a thing. And then the 30 seconds this way. That actually works out pretty well. All right, so we'll let that go. Sorry about the cuts and stuff. I got to take care of my kids too. Real quick look over here on this side. Looks like a lot of these things have power now because they have the lights on and stuff. So that's a good sign. I need to do all the right of ways and stuff on the roads. So we probably have a lot of these like areas where they don't know. I have to do that stuff off camera. We do have the transformer done. All this power is working. And I had someone in the last video, mentioned that there was no road connection here. There is. It's just impossible to see. So I totally understand why you didn't see it. It's a mud road right here, and it's so hard to see that. So I totally get it, but it's there, and we can absolutely build it and maintain it. Yeah. So since we have places for people to live now, and we have proper heat, and heat's coming in, and it's beautiful. Everything seems solid, and we have people actually driving here too. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to buy a few vehicles over here. So we have some different vehicles available now. I don't remember this many vehicles being available before. That's sketch. Did they have a patch? Did the patch just drop or something? I still have realistic on. Everything's fine. What happened? Okay, cool. Just lots of vehicles. And the reason why I'm caught off guard by it is because the years on these are like expired already. I shouldn't have access to these, and yet I do, which is the really weird part. I should not have, because they're a lock according to year, and yet I still have access to those vehicles. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I shouldn't be able to buy those. I'm going to try to avoid buying them just for the principle of it, I guess. Yeah, just real quick checking my settings to make sure things didn't get reset or something. This looks interesting from the Ukraine. That's a new... I think this thing got patched or something. I don't recognize this vehicle. Oh, this one starts in 97, not 87. Okay, so this is a more modern car. That's why it costs more, I guess. Cool look, though. Cool. We're definitely going to keep doing with this one. This one's good until 98, so probably running out of these types of cars. We're going to add a whole bunch of cars into these parking lots here. It's going to cost some money, but the idea here... Oh, that's expensive. I don't want to buy that one. Let's just buy these F-126s. I can't buy any more on this parking lot's full. Yep. We'll just buy a few of these. Am I out of money or what? What's going on? Yeah, let me get these. And then people can move in if we want them, if they want to. We'll just make sure that nobody without an education is allowed to move here. And then they should be able to come over and get their cars once they arrive. There we go. Let's make sure these parking lots have vehicles in them ready for people to drive them. And these houses over here don't have any individual parking lots. but they'll have this one. And let's go. Man, there's so many different vehicles now. It's kind of nuts. I like it. All right, so as these cars come in, then we'll let people in. We'll let people get in here. We'll just real quick go through and make sure that we're not allowing uneducated people yet. I mean, we have schools. I guess we could. There's a kindergarten there. Is the school built? Where is the school? Did I forget to put a school in here? There's a medical clinic. There's a kindergarten. Where's the school? Indoor pool? Oh, I might have forgot to put a school in here. I think I did. I put the clinic. Did not put a school. Interesting. Shopping centers here too. Need to get that hooked up to logistics. All that stuff's gonna have to be done, but that's kind of busy work stuff. So I'll make sure all that stuff's hooked up and stuff, and then we'll let people in next video, okay? We're getting kind of long here. I want to wrap it up. I got dinner upstairs, I think. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.